for the future of their franchise by not deciding to trade Dame Lillard at this NBA draft. Me and Steve, we're going to break it all down, talk about it right after this.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
All right, Steve-O, man, we're here to talk about Dame, man. Hey, what? So when you look at the situation that Dame is in, right? Dame and the Portland Trailblazers, Dame seems stubborn to leave, and that makes, I mean, he really wants and he's committed to the Portland Trailblazers organization. I think the Trailblazers are in a situation to where they can't trade Dame unless he asks for it, just by the optics of everything. And it seems like they're going to go forth through this trade, this draft, potentially trade the number 3 pick or keep it, but still hold on to Dame. What do you think that's the right decision for the franchise? Do you think, like, regardless if Dame's asked for a trade or not, should they look to move him? Where do you sit with everything right now?
I feel like it's to a point where you just gotta make a choice. Like, it's really come down. Like, I don't see them doing anything with Dame, to be honest with you. Like, the of course the goal is to go to a championship. Trying to keep Dame here is just not. It's going to be very difficult to do. You even heard his opinions. He's not feeling this pick. He not, like, even if, like, maybe it's the draft itself. Like, yeah, after 5, it's not really too much of a star power after that. But he said clear as day, you get a pick. I ain't feeling that. So I feel like Portland's at this pace where, like, to be honest, you're gonna lose Dame regardless. Like, even though he been trying to be sticking it out, he been stubborn to a point, but eventually I feel like he's gonna make that choice because he's already out of all the years we've heard Dame, this is the most we've heard him being disgruntled of the situation.
Yeah.
So I feel like you said, it's just a choice got to happen. Really, you got to make a choice where you build with your future. You got future pieces. You can potentially make future pieces just moving Dame anyway. So hey, just look at your best options and make the best one because I don't know if you can make it work with Dame.
Yeah, and it's not the Dame, like, Dame's 32 years old, not extremely old, right? But not a young player that
Yeah.
you, like, have tons and tons of years in front of you either. But I look at the Portland Trailblazers, and really they're a roster that's ready to go young and to let that it go natural, right? Like when you look at Anthony Simons, that's a nice piece to have on your roster going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden Sharp showed a lot of flashes last season. You have the potential now to add Scoot Henderson or Brandon Miller to it and have a nice 3 young players to go forth and see how they develop over time. But the Dame part of it just keeps leaving them in this position where they have to keep trying to contend because Dame's there. And I think ultimately, like, you have to pull the plug. Like, you have to pull the trigger on a decision and a path. And trading your young assets right now would be crazy. But it really does seem like they may be in a position to trade their young players to try to go at it with Dame. And we all know, bro, it's not happening.
It's
It's
not.
just not happening.
And you use the perfect phrase, pull the plug. That's what it feel like. It's like, dude, you've been fighting long enough. You're suffering. Gone. Just go. Just go. We know you trying to stick it up. You know you want to be a Tim Dunk. You want to be a Dirk. You want to be. It don't happen for everybody, especially point guards. It just don't happen. So yeah, like, to me as a business, it just don't make sense to, especially if you was in a different marketplace, maybe you can make things work. But the fact that you're in Portland is that alone is just hard to get people to come there. People don't want to go to Portland. That's just really what it is. And trying to move some of the people you didn't gain with drafting smart, like, even out of Dame's mouth, he said about the Shannon Sharp, like, he wasn't even interested in Sharp coming in, but luckily he was built different. He said that out his mouth. So, and he don't think like somebody coming in is going to be like a Shaden Sharp. There's very people that could come out of high school, which he did, and be as mature as he was, according to Dame. So, yeah, Dame, it just looking like you just need to go ahead and go. It's just pull the plug. You done tried everything. It's just not going to work. Nobody wants to come there, and they're not going to kill themselves trying to get somebody to come here who don't want to be here anyway, and then to mess up the whole business part of it.
Yeah. And so a recent rumor came out just today that the Blazers are trying to pull a trade for Bam Adebayo. Now, I read the headline and I thought, okay, are they trying to get Bam back and maybe deal for Dame? But what I read in this now, and this one's from Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, who he's really hit or miss with some things, that they are actually trying to move Anthony Simons to pair Bam with Dame. And to me, I look at that and saying, I understand the fit there, but that's still not going to get you anywhere closer to the title. It's just not.
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, so that's what you saying. So they try to get Bam there as that's a person that can help. No,
To help exactly.
no. like I don't even. That's gonna be. I mean, of course, he's gonna be a little bit better, but that's like Christian Wood going to Dallas. It does nothing.
That's a great. You might as well sign Christian Wood.
Honestly,
like the Blazers are in such a position that, like, and don't get me wrong, if any other team in the league would envy to be in a position that the Blazers are in, because the Blazers have the chance to get Scoot or Brandon Miller and have Dame, who has a huge contract, trade that and get even more assets, but they're not going to do it, bro. Like, I've never seen a team that is so clearly set up to go rebuild that just won't do it.
they delusional. It's like they really delusional at this point. It's like you just trying to fit a round ball into a square peg. It's not gonna work. You are clearly built for the future right now. Your whole roster is. You're young as hell. So your main key player, who you can get a ton of whatever you want. If you want picks, you can get picks. If you want players, you can get a player. Yeah. But you trying to sit here and make these little C plus B plus moves. C plus and B plus moves don't work to get you where you trying to be. Dame and Bam is no different than a CJ and Bam. It just they both can score for a little bit, and where the defense at?
Yeah, it's like, bro, I just don't understand. Like, let me not say I don't understand. I get it. Like, you have a guy who is that dedicated to your franchise. You drafted him. You developed him. I'm sure there are people in the Blazers organization that really like, can we make this happen for Dame? Can we win a title with Dame? But it's like, listen, you went out this season. You got Jeremy Grant, who played pretty well for you.
Solid move.
Yeah, you drafted Shaedon Sharpe, who Shaedon Sharpe looked pretty good for y'all as well. And you traded for Matisse Thybulle.
I forgot that happened,
bro.
Wow, did I even see him this year,
bro? I don't know how many.
What number did he wear?
Like Matisse Thybulle played
for I did not remember. I don't remember
Matisse Thybulle played for 22 games for the Blazers and started all 22 of those games. I had no idea.
He started
22 games.
Yeah, bro. It's wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Throw it out. Throw it in the trash. It's done. You ain't got it. I mean, stop trying to force the issue. Like I said, I understand you want to be the Kobe. This is what I think I really want to bring this up, because it just, when it comes to being a point guard, you just cannot lead teams. It's very hard to do. Especially at his size. Most point guards that's now, like the Lucas, that's because they're forwards, really. So it's easier to lead a team of that stature. When you 6'3" and have no help, you're not leading nothing. So you done all you possibly can. You ain't AI. AI did it, but that was a whole different. It's just different. It's hard to do, and you see how hard it was for AI to do it. So it happens to everybody. Like LeBron is one of the number one things. He asked for help for 8 straight years.
Yeah,
and they didn't give it to him. So he said, "Guess what? You don't want to help. I'm going to help myself." Constant players ticket. KG said the same thing to you. I spent way too much time in Minnesota trying to make it work. Lord, I went to go get a ring. That's what he said. Go get you a ring, Lord. That's what he said. So, constant people telling you, bro, listen to your peers, bro.
Yeah. Do you think so? Heading into the draft, which is 2 days away, do you think that the Trailblazers go ahead and pull the trigger and move Dame? Do you think they move the pick and get something considerable back, or do you think they're going to do what it seems like it's starting to round out, where it came into initially this draft period saying the Trailblazers are going to absolutely trade the number 3 overall pick? It seems like now ownership is just going to draft it and just keep going forward. Like, And maybe that's forcing Dame's hand. What do you think is the most likely scenario?
I think that's what it is. They're gonna force Dame hand because, like, as I'm hearing from multiple people out of Portland, they not liking the things they're getting back. They're not liking what they're getting, what they're offering out. They're not liking what they're getting back. So we all know when teams don't like what they getting back, they gonna ride it through until they're forced to do something. So they're gonna something's gonna happen to the point where either the front office is gonna have to make a move or Dame's gonna have to make a move. But I think they're gonna pick somebody. It's probably gonna be Brandon Miller.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's if because Charlotte, I just think Charlotte's gonna make the wrong decision and draft Brandon Miller, and Scoot's gonna be there at number
That's
3.
the same. You drafting the same, almost the same.
And they're gonna bring back Bridges on top of that as well, bro. Like
That's a big ass front four, but they don't fit.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be real interesting. But regardless of what Portland does, like I if I'm Portland, you have to make the best decision for your franchise. I'm not giving up trading one of these young players that can literally be the future of the franchise for the next 8 to 10 years. And like again, Portland's they have never been and never will be a free agent destination. It's just they're just one of those cities. They will never be that. And so you have to draft where you can. Like, and so we're hearing that they don't like OG Anunoby. They like those are some of the offers that they've been getting. OG they've gotten offered, but it seems like from what I've read, they want a Paul George or that type of player back. They not getting it, bro.
Oh, George ain't trying to go there. That's
Exactly,
I think that's what they need to realize. And that, like you said, they're not an option. Like you gotta do like we just seen somebody that do it correctly, and it wasn't through trading. Denver built through the draft, and then they trade for the role players. That's why they did it. And that's the best way you can do it. They drafted Murray, they drafted Yoke. The one key move they made was probably Aaron Gordon, and that wasn't even a big name. So that's what you really have to do. Especially when it comes, it's kind of crazy now that you think about it. All the big teams, they're able to do the big trades. They like the Lakers, they're able to get the big names and everything because people want to go there. But you look at your Denvers and people like that. Nah, bro, you got to build through the draft, and you got to be more strategic. And yeah, like you said, you got to be more strategic. Look for your franchise. Stop always trying to think about your. Yeah, Dame did a lot, but hey, you come first as an organization.
Yeah, and I tell you what, selfishly as an NBA fan, I just want to see Dame in the finals
For real.
Like Dame
Out
in
the
the
damn
like
West Coast.
Dame's one of those players that if he gets to the finals, like you just regardless of if the team wins or not, you just know you're going to get performances from him every game that you're going to be like, look at what Dame's doing, bro. And he deserves to be on that stage. Like I'm not one of those people who like a player necessarily deserves to be in contention or anything like that. But Dame has put in enough work. He's improved his game. He's good enough. He's a future Hall of Famer. He still averaged 32 points a game this season. He deserves to be on the team. Yeah, he deserves to be on a team where he at least is going to get out the first round of the playoffs. The Blazers, even if they do draft, I still don't see them getting out the first round, bro.
I'd have told them every time, hey, you want to go, you want to feel like you still in Portland, and you want to feel go to Milwaukee. It's a little cold. They get cold just like y'all do. Hey, but you're gonna be playing in prime time.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like you said, I'm tired of seeing him in Portland. Me personally, I love the city of Portland. Hey, if I get my money up, that might be a potential place I might move to. But hey, I'm not everybody. So
hey, Portland is an underrated, fun drinking city too. If you ain't been to Portland, you don't know. Portland and Seattle, I'll tell you what,
they nice.
They're two of the cities I had the most fun just bar hopping in. So if y'all looking for cities that are fun to go, and it's so peaceful, people don't bother you. Either,
that's why I want to go. Don't talk to me. But hey, man, it's plenty of teams you can go to that put you in a better position as a market, as a player, and a better team situation. You did all you could, bro. Congrats, bro. I understand you won't want a statue, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I didn't get a statue. I'm thinking. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, bro. Guards don't get the same love because it's a difficult. They don't. It's hard to lead as a guard.
Clyde didn't get a damn statue, bro. Like
Bill Walton. Is it Bill Walton? Is it Bill? Not Bill Walton. Is it what's the old school redhead? Won the champ? Is it Bill? Yeah, Bill Walton got damn. He don't got damn statue. So you know you not getting one. Come on now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, just go wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, you guys watching on YouTube, let us know what you think. Do you think Portland Trailblazers are making the right decision? Do you think they're making the wrong decision? Would you move or keep Dame? Let me know what you guys think on that down below. Make sure y'all go and follow Stevo at Stevo Speaks on everything. You guys can follow me at CEO Haize. You can follow the channel at NBA Central Pod. Make sure you guys also go and check out Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears, Chicago Sky, Chicago White Sox, and Cubs Central. Just throw Central on the end of the names. We got a podcast for it. Yeah, that's it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We up out here. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.